Hi everyone, it's all. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Today I am going to be showing you my everyday winter makeup for November 2024. Of course you could wear this for any time of year, so if you are watching this in July 2025, a very good day to you. Hello and thank you for joining me. So what I did prior to filming was I did my concealer using this RImmel Match Perfection Skin Tone Adapting Concealer in 05 Ivory. So what I need to do now is I need to put my foundation on. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a mix of two different foundations. So the first one I'm going to be doing, prior to filming, I put this on the back of my hand. So I've been taking 2 squirts of this, the KIKO Daily Protection BB Cream in the shade 01 Ivory. I'm mixing it with 2 pumps of this one. And I'm also mixing it with 2 pumps of this, which is the RImmel Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Skin Brightening Foundation, because at this time of year it is acceptable to go a little bit overboard on the highlight, and this is more of a brightening foundation, so this would be a great mix to put on here. So, and because this is quite an orangey foundation, that's the foundation I tend to wear when I have a tan, or if it was one where I am starting to have a little bit of colour on the rest of my body, this would be the foundation I would go for. But because we are doing a festive look, I'm going to be going in with a mix of both. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be using my hands. I know a lot of people might think you don't use your hands to apply foundation, but at least you know how much is going on. And also it is more of a natural coverage as opposed to putting it on with a brush. But you do your technique, how you know it's best that you do your foundation. So, but what my best way of doing it is to use my hands and then rub it in. And then what I'm going to be doing is once I've done that, I am going to be putting on a little bit of this Clinque Moisture Surge lip balm wax before I put on my red lipstick. I'm not forgetting my Cupid's bow either, so I'm going to make sure I've got it on all the areas that I'll need coverage, because we are going to be going in with a little bit of powder too. And I'll make sure I've got plenty on this side, because I tend to forget a lot about my right hand side because I am a left-handed person. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going in with a little bit of powder. This is the RImmel Steamer. I'm just going to be tapping this underneath my eyes. I'm not going to go all over my face because I want to keep this more of a dewy highlighter look, because it is acceptable for you to go a little bit overboard on the powder. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a little bit of this RImmel Radiance Brick Bronzer, Ultra Fine Multi-Toning Bronzer. This is 01 Light. And I'm just going to be applying this, and there's also a highlighter in this as well, so I'm going to be applying this on most of my area of my face, and particularly my forehead, because what I absolutely love about this one is it is a nice shimmery one and it's not too intense. I've tried a lot of bronzers before, particularly the Benefit Hoola, but I feel like for today's video the Benefit Hoola was a little bit too intense, and it's also a matte bronzer and I wanted to make this a glowy look, so we are going to be leaving it for today's video. And then once my hair's not flying everywhere, I'm just going to take a little bit here and down my neck. And then what I'm going to go in with a little bit of this blusher, which I've not used for a long time, and it is this one here, and this is my personal favourite, and you can probably see I am more likely close to hitting pan on it, is the MAC Extra Dimension Cherry Blossom Brush. I used to love this blusher so much, and oh no, you can tell I've been using this stuff. Look what I've just did, I've hit pan. But at least I've got a replacement, so a good one for me would be the Bourjois Golden Rose Pot in number 34, so at least I have a backup to rely on. Although I am a little bit upset because this is my absolute favourite and I love how it's got cherry blossom on. But I guess that's what happens when you love a blusher so much. And then the last thing I'm going to be doing for my face is highlighter. Before I do that, I'm going to put on some of my Clinique Moisture Surge. And hopefully it should do its job while I am doing the rest of my makeup. And the last thing I'm going to be putting on for my face makeup is this Clinique Chubby stick. This is the Sculpted Highlighter Illuminator Visage in the shade Hefty Highlight 01. And because this is a stick, I'm not going to go too much on the highlighter. So I'm going to go up my cheekbone in a line, and then I'm going to be dabbing this in just using my finger in a super light hand to blend this in. And you can always add more if you want to, but it is easier to add more than it is to take off. And I might use my mirror because I need to know exactly what I'm doing, and I don't really get much of a true picture as I do this in my viewfinder. And then of course I'll be still looking at you guys whilst I'm doing that. I'm just going to go in a little bit more on this side because it doesn't look like I'm wearing very much. And then it's just I'm trying to appear a lot more glowy. I have been using this a lot in recent days, and I feel like it has really brought the light on here. I mean, the light source is coming in from the right hand side, unless I'm like filming in a different room where it might be coming onto me. And what I would say is, if you are planning on doing this, be sure to do your makeup in a place where there is a great light source, because at least you are getting a true picture and it is giving your viewers an in-depth review of what you think it is and what it will look like in natural daylight, should they choose to go for it themselves. Okay, now that I have done that, and because I am wanting to appear a lot more glowy and radiant, especially because I'm only young, but I feel like I might have gone a little bit overboard. I feel like for someone who is nearly a 25-year-old woman, I feel as though I am late to the party, but the saying is better late than never. Okay, the next thing I'm going to go on to is my eyes. I'm going to bring you guys in closer, and the palette that I'm going to be using and absolutely loving recently is the Visage by Elliot Fabulous palette. Oh my gosh, look at those colours, they are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to be going for a coppery brown look today. So the first shade I'm going to be taking is this one here. And I'm also going to take a little bit of this pigment shade that I might put on top of there. And I'm just going to be using a really small packer brush from my Morphe Madison Beer brush collection. And I do have a review of this going up very soon. I mean, can you believe that we are already on the last week of November going into December? I cannot believe it's December on Sunday, because by the time you'll be watching this, the day will be coming ever closer. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that gold shade, yeah, that first shade, and I'm just going to be tapping that on. And good thing that I've got a towel on the floor underneath where I'm sitting, because I have a feeling this will be really messy. And if you're planning on doing this, I would normally do pigments in my bathroom, but just for this video I'm going to be doing this, but being super careful because glitter is a nightmare to get off my carpet. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a brown shade here. I'm going to take this shade here using a 224 brush from MAC. That's common fluff. And I'm going to be taking this and I'm going to be adding some definition through my crease. And I'm only going to be using a little bit because this is very highly pigmented and quite intense. And also, I don't want to be taking it too far into my eye. And I'm going to just take a little bit underneath the outer part and then use the gold shade to join that up and make me feel a lot more awake. I feel like that should be enough for the eyes, so I'm going to go straight on to mascara. So I'm going to be taking my absolute cult favourite mascara, my holy grail, the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast. I have asked for a couple of mascaras for Christmas, and then what I'm going to be doing in the new year is I'm going to be doing some tutorials with these, should I get them. And then I will be playing around with some first impressions, and I do have a stock and filler ideas video coming up in the first week of December, so at least this will give you guys some inspiration. And they're all budget friendly, so you won't have to worry about it being something that will break the bank, because a lot of these are from drugstore brands. Okay, the oil has pretty much rubbed off, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a lipstick. I plan on doing a drugstore red lipstick, but I'm going to be doing that in my next video. And I was going to go in with a little bit of this, but I'm not sure if this will go with my jumper for today's video, because this is an everyday makeup look and because I've went for quite a strong eye. We are going to be going for a more neutral lip. The colour I'm going to be taking from here is this RImmel Last and Finish lipstick. This is in the shade 08. I absolutely love the formulation. I love the colour. I love how well it lasts. Big fan. And there you have it, guys. That is my finished everyday winter makeup. I absolutely love the products that I have used, because I am going to be using a lot of these throughout October, and some of these will be featuring in my November favourites. Don't miss my joint video of October and November favourites, because the products that I used in October and November are pretty much the same, and I thought it would just be pointless doing two separate videos. Look out on my channel for a review of this year's Christmas songs. I'm going to be doing some research of what ones I've already done and what ones I plan on doing. I also plan on doing a top 5 drugstore red lipsticks that you can wear for Christmas, and I do plan on doing a Christmas Eve get ready with me when that time comes. In the meantime, guys, be sure to hit the bell down below, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Thanks for watching.